Good day, ladies and gentlemen. We've been working with Google Sheets for a while, and today I've got a special Google Sheet that was recommended by a student where we actually put together a nifty list of things you may want, and then we're going to use the spreadsheet capabilities to see just how much that stuff will cost. So without any further ado, let's get cracking. Step one is I want you to find your Google Sheets, and when you get in that Google Sheet, this will be a brand new one, so click blank. We are going to call it The List, and I want you to go to the top of it and name it The List with your initials. And then press enter to lock that in place. I want you to grab from A1 to E1, and I want you to find the merge button so we can merge and center them, and then we need to name this The List. As usual, I need you to pick a font that you find fancy and cool. I need you to change the size to 24, and I need you to find the alignment and choose center. Move down to cell A3 and let's make our labels. The first one is rank. The second one I want to be store. The third one, description. I want the fourth one to be cost, and the last one to be the link. Whenever you have headings, we need to make them bold. Let's find that center option so they're centered, and let's find the fill option and fill that top row with a color that you think is cool. For your rank, I want you to put a 1 and a 2, and then the amazing selection trick where you grab both the 1 and the 2. So notice I held and moved down, and then use the autofill to pull down so that you have at least 5 cool things that you're interested in. Since this row is really small, go between the A and the B and shrink it so that it just fits the label. It would also look better if those numbers were centered. This is where the fun part of the lesson happens. We need to pick a store. You can do that by visiting a new tab. I'm going to pick one of my favorite stores for my 3D printers, and I'm going to go to Gear Best. And I am going to pick one of my favorite printers, the GETech A10. So I found my printer. I'm going to quickly return, and for my first store, I'm going to type Gear Best. For my description, I'm going to add in that it is an amazing 3D printer, and I'm going to turn on the very important word wrap so that it fits nice. And then I need to find the cost, $185.99 with $15.65 shipping. For this project, I'm just going to do the $185.99, and then we need to put in the link. Start by typing the word link so that people know they can click it. Return to your site, copy that top line, return to the list, and when you get in the link box, find the link choice. Remember, yours might be pushed down because you've got this scrunched, but then paste your link in and tell it OK. Let me show you how that would look if I had this half screen. So with my screen scrunched like this, the only way I can find him is by clicking the dots, and there are the rest of my options. Or when you're done watching the little part of the movie, you can just make it full screen so everything shows up again. You need to find at least 5 things that you think are cool and complete this process for all of them. Be sure when you find your different items, they can be on different sites, but don't ever copy the whole list. Type your own cool list. Here's another of my all-time favorites, the Creality Ender 3. I'm going to copy the link so I can get this all done in one step. So I've typed all that in, and I'm doing the link. And then I'm also, when I'm done with this, I'm going to remember to go through this whole row, and I want to turn on the auto wrap for all of them. So that way they're all ready ahead of time. My next item is going to be some silly socks, because who doesn't want dad socks? And my last item is going to be some filament for 3D printing from Amazon. Once again, I'm going to copy the link ahead of time and slip back here and fill it all in. When you've got them all filled in, it's okay to leave a couple of blank rows. We want a border going across the top, which we're going to do with this button right here. Notice it gives me a nice thick line where I'm doing the math. And then I want you to do a sum function where you click on this button and choose sum, and then it asks where you want to do the sum, and we want to do the sum from the top cell to the last cell. And when you press enter, it'll find out how much money you had written in. All of these were money, so you need to click the money format, and then in this box beside it, let's type total. Let's do one more formula just because they're good to practice. We'll do the average. And then in the next box, you need to click your formula tool again, but this time you want to choose average. And then once again, you need to pick where the averages are. Let's hide this little window so it's easier to grab and select all the rows that matter, not the extra row, and press enter. That, my friends, is the list. The project is complete. If you want to make a cute chart, remember all you have to do is grab the parts you care about, like the description and the cost. And if you do insert chart, it will instantly add a chart showing you the things that you were interested in and how much you were looking at spending on each. So then you can take your chart, move it off to the side just so you can show the different items that you thought were cool and where they would be on the price range. I hope you had fun making the list, friends. If you did, please hit that like button. If you haven't hit subscribe, what are you waiting for? Smash that subscribe button, and if you want to know when I make a new movie, click that notification bell. If you have a question or a comment, please add it down below, and my friends, have yourselves a great day.